Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Seminoles will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Looking to go up top on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, they'll do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12, but all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his tight end. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about, because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. They want to just keep throwing it. Gets it to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. Running toward... Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He wants to throw here on second down. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear...
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Off play action on first down. Buying some time. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
The Seminoles line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now sliding to his left. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And the Wolverines get it past the sticks.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Quickly complete. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Florida State 7, Michigan 3.
The Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Quick strike complete. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They'll go right back to the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Comes out throwing on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And what a good job by the pass rush, getting to the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You've got to get quarterback hits.
2nd down after that incompletion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, He couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Right back to the well. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Running to the left. Shakes off the defender.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. The give on the inside. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He makes a catch. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got his man on the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking for a man on second down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half. So
Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
what a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard and you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
Snagged in the middle. It's Schwartz. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Trying to pick it up on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Feeling some heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Schwartz. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. The uprights, it's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
From the gun, running back on the move. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Noles have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. It's complete, and he will score! Touchdown Seminoles! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this is a defense that I think is really feeling themselves right now, especially after some of the good things they did in that first half. But getting a sack right away, the opening play of the third quarter, that's got to get the juices flowing. And you know after that, they're going to keep this pass rush coming.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a good example of how pressure on the quarterback can affect his accuracy. There was no way that ball was being completed.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got enough space. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
On 4th down, going to the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
1st and 10 from their own 13. They'll leave it with him. Open space at the 25. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Tackle is made at the 44-yard line. And a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Florida State 14, Michigan 13.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 45, on his way. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Now 2nd and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Going to the running game. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They're trying to get to it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
The give to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Just drives it between the uprights. And now they regain the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Utah State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. From the gun, the give, looking for room. At the 35, he's loose. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. The inside handoff. He breaks a tackle. Refuses to go down. Keeps those legs churning. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
The give as they work on that clock. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4 points.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. fair catch called for and made. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, looking again to throw. They're working that left side. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the right. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 38. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket. So he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Oh, what an exciting finish this is going to be. The offense has it one more time. One last drive, and time is winding down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Catch in the middle, it's Fleming. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Florida State.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it to the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 1. Brings up 3rd down.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Florida State.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. Footing is going to be an issue in the driving rain as he kicks to win the game. They'll send out the kicker here. And this to put them on top as we get close to closing time. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good